Okay, this says that I'm live now. We are live. Usually, when I do these reviews here on the YouTube channel, I would play a music or a song, a hip hop song, a rap song, if you will, to get people in the mood and all that stuff, and to get that vibe going. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I really am not in the mood to play any music. I'm gonna just say this: Money in the Bank completely shat the bed. Completely was a shit show. This was the bleeding shits. It really, really was. And I'm seeing people now on social media saying, fuck this company. I'm done with WWE. I can't wait for AEW. Can't wait for Double or Nothing. Which is fine. You are entitled to your opinion. I just think that I've been hearing that shit for so many years now. To those people, I say, I cannot wait to hear you guys tweet during Raw, tweet during SmackDown this week, and tweet about NXT, how awesome Adam Cole and Gargano's going to be in a couple of weeks. It's basic WWE complain crybaby protocol. Here's the thing about it. I said it already. Money in the Bank was a shit show. It really was. There's some stuff that I did enjoy. Let's be real about it. If it wasn't for the men's ladder match and Rollins versus Styles, this whole show would have been complete shit as it already was, but you kind of get the idea. Those two were the only two saving graces on the show. And top of it all, they announced that tomorrow on Raw, Mick Foley is going to present a brand new championship. A brand new championship, a brand new title on Monday Night Raw. They're bringing out old man Mick Foley, goddammit, to introduce to everyone a new fucking championship. And you think about it, right? I know Fabe was talking about this in his review just a moment ago. WWE has like a shitload amount of championships. Think about the belts that you have on the main roster from both Raw and SmackDown. Think about the championships you have on NXT, right? We have the North American, you have the NXT tag titles, the NXT women's title, and the main title NXT. And then you got the belts over on NXT UK. NXT UK with the UK title, the UK NXT UK women's title, the tag titles. There's a plethora of belts in WWE right now. You do not need another fucking championship on WWE. You do not need another fucking championship. Fuck no. The last thing this company needs is another fucking championship. Another title is not going to save this company right now. It really isn't. I can only imagine what belt they're going to bring out. I predict, because I can, and I'm getting my Mystic Steve here, if you will, I predict that they will call the next title the Wild Card Rule Championship. I predict that. Maybe it's unification, but they'll probably call it the Wild Rule something shit like that, the Wild Card Rule. But I welcome guys your feedback on that. This is your WWE Money in the Bank 2019 review. I thank you all for tuning in live here tonight here on the YouTube channel. If you are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. It's me, guys. It's Steve. I'm back at it again. Thank you guys for tuning in back into the channel, back into the video or stream, if you will. Fun little fact, before I get into this review, I did record another episode of Around the Point early this morning. It's up in the video archives. I talked about the big news regarding Pac and Hangman Page being canceled from Double or Nothing. Word going around that both, well, potentially in this case, Scarlett Bordeaux and Jordynne Grace may be leaving Impact Wrestling. Jordynne Grace has never even had to deal with Impact Wrestling. And my thoughts on the Lars Sullivan being fined $100,000 and being sent to, I guess counseling and shit like that. All that and more. Again, it's up in the archives. Another installment of Around the Point. It was done early today, so if you have not checked that out, you go check it out. Also, episode 294 of the Team Hill podcast is up on the video archives of this channel. Myself, Big Mike, and Walter. We gave our thoughts on AEW going to TNT. We gave our thoughts on the whole dark side of the ring involving the Fabulous Moolah. Our thoughts on the Holy Grail of Bret Hart and Tommy Gee. And I did a response to that crybaby dork, that pro wrestling news reporter who's a crybaby, who's all the way from Cincinnati. So if you did not check that out, go give it a listen, go give it a watch. And as you can see, I'm on camera. Holy shit. I'm actually on camera. Thank you guys again for tuning in tonight. If you want to leave the show a donation, head over to the Streamlabs. If you want to leave a donation of your choice, links in the description. And you can give the show a donation through Streamlabs. Links in the description, like I said. Money in the Bank. It's over with. It's moved on. This was WWE's pay-per-view after WrestleMania. And like I said before, this show was the bleeding shits. It's over with already. We can move on. Did we hear the rumor that specifically they were gonna use the men Money in the Bank to push the next star? Yeah, maybe Brock Lesnar. But like I said earlier, this show was the bleeding shits. The fucking bleeding shits. We now know who's next, Money in the Bank winners. We had a cash in. And again, it had just two saving graces, but that's just my opinion. As always, guys, I want to hear from you guys in the comment threads below. Your thoughts on Money in the Bank, if you enjoy this show or not, or you thought, like me, that this show was the bleeding shit. You can check me out on social media, literally on social media, at HeelSteven. You can follow me there, also on Twitter, Instagram, also over on YouTube, all HeelSteven, Snapchat as well. So, I have the results right here on my phone. I took some notes while I was at it too, if you will, because I had to. I fucking had to take notes. I also want to check myself when I hear myself on the audio playback. And you can, oh good, I can hear myself. That's fucking awesome. But again, guys, I welcome your feedback on Money in the Bank. I did watch the kickoff show. I did watch it, believe it or not. I thought the kickoff show between the match that day between Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos, non-title match. You had the Usos calling Bryan and Rowan SpongeBob and Patrick. The match was okay. It just felt like a TV show to me, to be honest with you. It just basically the Usos hitting the super kicks on Rowan, doing their diving splash on the outside. Bryan did lock in the label lock. I think one of the members of the Uso. It looked like the Uso was gonna tap out. You had Bryan literally stretch. I think it was Jimmy or Jay, one or the other, all the way back, and it looked like he was gonna tap out, but he did not. But when it was all said and done, they literally pinned Daniel Bryan after they hit the double Us off the top rope. Now here's my thing with this, right? It's non-title, but essentially here you have the Usos pinning the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, essentially, right? That's the thing now. They pinned the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So, I'm in the belief that the Usos are next in line for a SmackDown Tag Team title match. That is the belief, basically, right? That is the actual belief. And the way I look at it, it makes no sense because, again, the Usos are on Raw. They're on Monday Night Raw. And they're doing this thing where they're trolling the Revival. But they just pinned the SmackDown Tag Team Champion. And again, you can make the argument, it's the wild card rule, man. It's the fucking wild card rule. God damn it. So, it's one of those things where it just doesn't make any sense at all. How's everybody doing in the chat? You guys are awesome as always. So that was my issue with that. And it was funny because you also had on the kickoff show, you had Zelina Vega arguing with Sonya Deville back and forth. They butchered the ending of the kickoff show. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. So during the kickoff show at the end, they played Naomi's music to go into the pay-per-view. So they play her music. Naomi's walking to the ring. And they put the credits or the copyright thing for the kickoff show at the end. And then they start the show like nothing fucking happened. They had the pay-per-view intro and all that shit. But Naomi's already in the ring. And they played her song like she never left. Like she never got there, whatever. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. I thought that was funny, though. Shit. They literally kicked off the main card with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But before that, they did play they played a dedication graphic for the recently passed Ashley Massaro, which I thought was very well done. I'm going to say this too. The crowd in Connecticut sucked. That crowd fucking just shat the bed, in my honest opinion. Well, we kicked things off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had Bayley versus Natalya versus Naomi versus Dana Brooke, God help us all, versus Mandy Rose, Carmella, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross, who replaced Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is still not clear to compete, so Nikki Cross took her spot. And I gotta say, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I thought this match really wasn't my cup of tea. It really, really was. It is a moment in the match where Carmella got injured by Mandy Rose. I guess they kicked the ladder, and I guess by kicking the ladder, Carmella injured her foot, injured her leg, or something like that. So she was being, I guess, helped to the back, whatever. And everyone got their spots in usually. Moves on the ladder. I know Ember hit an eclipse. I think it was on Natty from the top of the ladder, which was, oh my god, crazy and big. Dana Brooke got her moment. Oh my god. She climbs the ladder. She's grabbing the briefcase. She's grabbing the shit. To a point where she's literally tangling on in midair while holding on to the briefcase. So imagine Jeff Hardy. Imagine Jeff Hardy, WrestleMania 17, just dangling on and shit for dear life, holding on to the titles before he got speared by Edge. Imagine that, right? Just picture that for a brief second. And then eventually, I guess, everyone tried to climb the ladder at the same time, and then Natty pushed down the ladder. Literally, it looked like, okay, Mandy Rose was going to win, because Sonya Deville tried to help Mandy Rose. I keep this in mind. On the kickoff show, they asked Sonya, hey, you know, if she's going to be there to congratulate Mandy and all that, if Mandy would have won. And I was sensing a heel turn. Or if not, Sonya Deville be the one to climb the ladder, right? And retrieve the briefcase. But instead, Sonya puts Mandy on her shoulders, right? Like a fireman's carry. And climbs the ladder. I'm waiting for Sonya to fall down and turn on Mandy. They did tease that almost, so it seemed. And then Bayley gets on the ladder. Bayley, of all people. And she scares Mandy. She scares Sonya Deville. Pushes them off the ladder. Both women. They fall down. And Bayley's just the only one there. And she grabs the briefcase. She grabs the briefcase and she wins. So Bayley's now Money in the Bank. She's the Money in the Bank holder. She wins the ladder match. And let's be real about it. There's a reason why she won. Granted, I would have not gone with Bayley. That's just me, of course. I would have gone with Mandy Rose. But at the same time, let's just keep it real about it, okay? This is WWE's way of saying, well, Sasha, it's your loss, but also fuck you. That being to Sasha Banks. Think about it, Sasha Banks was Bayley's former partner in the Boss of Her connection. I want to say they had Charlie Caruso interviewed Bayley in the ring, and Bayley referenced Sasha Banks, how they were tag team champions, but now Bayley is now a Money in the Bank holder. And up until that fucking moment. But that was my take on the ladder match, guys. I welcome your feedback as always, guys. Give me your thoughts on the ladder match. What's up, Rob Van Dorst? How you doing? Jay King got season 8. We have the worst ending of all time. Money in the Bank 2019. Hold my beer. Man, goddamn. I'll get to that momentarily. Okay. I'll say this though. At least the cashes will happen soon. I can say that, right? We have the U.S. title match, Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to just keep it real with you guys. As much as I love Rey Mysterio, I grew up on Rey Mysterio. I'm just going to say it, y'all. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you guys. Rey Mysterio now, in 2019, is the official bathroom break. Yes, he'll have good matches here and there. Don't get me the fuck wrong. He had great matches with Cesaro. He had great matches with Andrade on SmackDown Live. But to me now, seeing him on TV with this Dominic, what they're trying to do, it's like he's now the bathroom break. And fun little fact, Walter, who's on the podcast every single week on a weekly basis, right? You can follow him on Twitter at Hey I'm Walter. He was actually live at the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut, being that Walter lives in Connecticut. So he was there at Money in the Bank, and he was telling me a lot of people were heading to the concessions, buying their beer, buying their food throughout this match and the Cruiserweight title match, which I'll get into also momentarily. And again, they had Dominic in the back, I guess with Rey Mysterio, whatever. We have a new subscriber. We have Blue Eye Prince, who just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Blue Eyes. Thank you very much for being a new subscriber to the channel. Again, guys, if you want to show the channel some love, hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, while you're at it, hit that Streamlabs. Give us a donation here on the show. It's completely optional if you choose to. But you guys are awesome as always. Literally this match, Rey Mysterio won by countering a powerbomb attempt into a Hurricane Rana to become the champion. So basically, it's a botch because Samoa Joe's shoulder was completely up, and the referee completely butchered this fucking whole thing. Completely butchered the shit out of it. It was like a short match. I felt like it wasn't supposed to end, but it did. So essentially, Samoa Joe takes an L again, which is completely embarrassing in itself because, again, Samoa Joe is someone that should not be losing. But yet he is. He lost on Raw a couple of weeks ago in that fucking triple threat match. It was AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and Samoa Joe to determine the number one contender to face Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. He lost to Mysterio again on Raw. So here he is losing again. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing with Samoa Joe right now? What the fuck are you doing? And then Dominic comes out to celebrate with his dad. And then Samoa Joe attacks Mysterio, puts him back in the ring. And Dominic just watching all this shit go down. Like, they were teasing Dominic was going to get in there. And you know where this is going. It's going to lead up to Dominic eventually. Eventually getting involved. Eventually, I'm not saying have a match with Samoa Joe, but him actually have a big spot. Oh my God, people will be, oh my God, I didn't know he can do that. Oh shit, but of course he can. He's Rey's son. Holy shit, you would think this kid would learn a thing or two from watching his father in the ring. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this guy is signed to NXT, or he will be signed to NXT. Or maybe he'll do the Cody Hall route, where he'll turn down developmental and will try to build his name on the independent scene. We'll fucking see. I think a lot of people that will have more respect for Dominic if he does go the Cody Hall route, where he doesn't sign with WWE right away, but instead he goes on the independent circuit to build his name and reputation, not just get handed something because he's Rey's son or some shit like that. But we'll fucking see. We get the steel cage match. Shane McMahon versus The Miz. Now, here's my thing about it with this match. I didn't hate the match. I didn't hate it. There's a spot, obviously, where it's funny because there's a moment where, obviously, Miz hit the skull-crushing finale on Shane McMahon. And they go through the cover, 1, 2, and the referee stops the cover because Shane had his foot on the bottom rope. Now, it's a steel cage match. It's a no disqualification. There are no rope breaks. Even Michael Cole in commentary, there's no rope breaks in this match. What the fuck is this referee doing? One thing I'll say, though, Shane took a shitload of bumps. Shane McMahon took a shitload of bumps in this match. He took a shitload of bumps off the top of the cage, on the fucking steel chair. So essentially, Shane really shined here in a way. And the ending of this shit was so fucking hilarious. Like, you had to laugh at The Miz for this shit. You had to laugh at him. So basically, Miz is holding on to Shane by the t-shirt, his jersey, and the shit that slipped off Shane, and Shane falls down, and Shane wins. So Shane found another way to win. What I found funny too, the commentator, I want to say it was Mike Roma. I could be wrong on this one. Just shouting out Shane's name. The best in the world. Shane McMahon. You can't get the idea, okay? I can't do it as great as him. But fucking hell, I tried, okay? Fucking hell, I tried. So there's that. I mean, I get the feeling this shit will still continue. I hope not. Maybe into Super Showdown to get this shit over with. But we shall see how this goes. Like I did mention before, Mick Foley will appear on Raw tomorrow to announce a new championship title. God help us all. Again, WWE is adding another fucking championship that will have no meaning, no fucking purpose. I don't know why they're even doing it. Please, just stop. No, it should not happen. What's up, man? Saw the link from Twitter. What is up, Blue Eye Prince? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Thank you for subscribing. You are awesome for doing so. We have Braun Strowman walking around try to look for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, who early in the night was trying to go to Triple H for advice, and Triple H told him that Braun Strowman is banned from the building. He's not even there. So tape up and get ready for your match. And Braun is now looking for Sami Zayn, and rightfully so, because remember, on Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn and the help of Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin prevented Braun Strowman from competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So, essentially, again, you see this thing where Triple H finds Braun and tells him that, hey, he has to leave the building. He has to leave. But we find out that later on in the night, Sami Zayn is laid out. He's hung by his feet on a fence. And you would think that Braun Strowman did this shit. And because of that, Sami Zayn was not able to compete in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. He was not able to compete, nor was Braun Strowman. But we know who filled in that void, did we? Oh, yeah, motherflowers. We found out real quick who filled that void, huh? Just telling you, dorks. Ah, man. You know who filled that void up. You know who filled up that void. The Beast. The Beast, motherflowers. The Beast. Telling you now. You know. You know. You don't know. Well, now you know. Well, now you know, man. Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up and share this video throughout your entire social media platforms. You guys are awesome as fucking always. Yowie wowie. We get the Cruiserweight Championship match. Tony Nese defending the championship versus Ariya Daivari. And what really surprised me, this match was on the main card, not on the kickoff show, on the main card. And you know what's the sad part about it, too? This match sucked. This match was... No one really gave a fuck. Gotta understand this. Connecticut is a casual town. Is the casual state in the tri-state area. The crowd sucked, like I said. And per Walter, who was there, people were getting up from their seats at this match to go get their merchandise, food from the concessions, shit like that. Which... Can you blame them, really? The match, honestly, again, it just really wasn't my cup of tea. I'm pretty sure they can do better. The crowd really didn't help in this one at all. Knees hit the running knees on Daivari for the win. To retain the champ. What really caught me by surprise was Ariya Daivari's entrance to the ring. He came out in a Mercedes-Benz. So basically, he is the, I guess, the Saudi or Iranian Alberto Del Rio, basically, now, right? I don't know. It looks like that. It looks like that now, but we'll see. We get the first of two Becky matches on the show. We get Becky Lynch, Becky Two Belts, if you will, defending the Raw Women's Championship versus Lacey Evans. And Lacey Evans got the entrance like she's a big fucking deal. She had two guns that fucking pour out money. I get it, Money in the Bank. Her on $100 bills, if you will. And the match itself, people were kind of cheering Lacey. Now, I'm not saying Lacey was bad or anything. She held her own. But I thought the ending felt random as fuck. Where, okay, Lacey was going for something, and then Becky out of nowhere just countered it into a disarmer, and right away, Lacey just taps out. Just felt really weird to me. But other than that, I kind of get it. Fine, get this out of the way. Because, again, Charlotte had to come out to have her match with Becky. And, again, with Lacey Evans, there's still time with her. Her being champion is going to happen down the road. It's just not right now. It's going to happen. Just be patient with it. And eventually, the shit will indeed happen, people. Just got to be patient with it. This pay-per-view just proved to me why I've only been interested in the women's wrestling. Bailey, feel excited for anything the men do. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you have a right to your opinion. That's fair, and that's all nice and dandy here. And I'll give it to Bailey just a little bit. So keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that one with Bailey, okay? So then we get Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Charlotte comes out there. I'm sorry, Miss Andrade. Miss Andrade comes out and she wants a match with Becky right now, and they do the match. And the match, for what it was, is basically Charlotte working on Becky from what Lacey Evans left off in. And basically in this match, Lacey Evans interfered, hitting Lynch with the women's right. Flair capitalized with the big boot to win the match. So now Becky 2 belts is no more. Becky Mania is over. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you guys. I'm actually happy that Becky no longer has 2 belts. Because I feel like, you know what? Her being champion, that moment, it happened. Great, awesome. I was there. And now it's time to move on. It's time for this charade to fucking end. So Charlotte now is a 9-time women's champion. God damn it, yo. I guarantee you by the end of the year, she will be a 13-time women's champion. You mark my words, dorks. You fucking mark my words on that one. And after the match, Lacey Evans comes out again to attack Becky with help from Charlotte. They're beating up Becky. And then Bayley comes out with her briefcase to make the save. And she attacks Charlotte. And then she realizes, holy shit, there's the opportunity right there to cash in the brick. And she was hesitant at first, very hesitant. And then she decided to cash in. And they make the match. Usually, though, when you think about it, over the years, they would wait for the opponent or the champion that's getting cashed in on to get up, right, to be on their feet. But for Charlotte, really nothing. They let the bell ring. I guess Bayley clotheslined her or something like that, and then she went for the fucking elbow drop. She got up on the top rope, hit the elbow drop for the 1-2-3. So Bayley successfully cashes in her Money in the Bank briefcase the same way Alexa Bliss did last year when she cashed in on Nia Jax. So Bayley's now a SmackDown Women's Champion. To my understanding as well, she is now the first woman Grand Slam champion. She is a former NXT Women's Champion, former Raw Women's Champion, former Women's Tag Team Champion, and now the former SmackDown Women's Champion. So now she's a Grand Slam. And this got the biggest pop of the night. The biggest fucking pop of the night. And you know what? Good for her. Good for her. Seriously. You know what's crazy? Because me and Walter were talking, again, through PM, because, again, he was at the show, and he got to see this whole thing happen, right in front of him. And he was telling me, like, yo, the last time Bayley got this massive pop, you have to go back to TakeOver Brooklyn 1 when she beat Sasha. And it's funny because the way I look at it, what I said earlier when Bayley won the briefcase is them saying to Sasha Banks, that being WWE, hey, listen, it's your loss, but fuck you, have a good day. And to throw more salt to the wound, let's have them put the belt on her best friend, Bayley. Her partner, her tag team partner. The way I look at it, it's basically that. It's not because, oh my God, let's just go with it. No, it's basically because, again, it's them trying to, again, throw shade at Sasha Banks. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong on it. But nonetheless, Bayley's champion for now, because I guarantee you real soon, dorks, real soon, Charlotte Flair will be a 10-time, maybe 12-time. We'll see what happens. I think Becky having both belts was actually hurting her character in a weird way. Yeah, I agree with you on that too. Because every single week her promos were, I'm the man. I beat RONI. I beat RONI and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I'm Becky 2 belts. It's basically the same shit over and over and over again. So there was that. Becky Mania is no more, like I said. And now Bayley's now the SmackDown Women's Champion for now, but we'll see what happens. We get Roman Reigns and Elias. This match, backstage, you had Elias attack Roman Reigns with the guitar. Elias makes his way to the ring, plays on an electric guitar, and he's basically making it work. And then he's going to the back, he's walking in, Roman comes in, he attacks Elias, gets him in the ring, the bell rings, and a spear, and that's it. The match was over. 1, 2, 3. And here's the thing about it. I know people were upset. People are mad. Oh my God, they had Roman Reigns win. What the fuck? It's bullshit. And here's the thing. Less is good. The faster this should happen, the better. Let's be real about it. It'll be worse if this was a 10, 20-minute match where Roman Reigns and Elias are going back and forth, and people are going to shit on it regardless. regardless, people were going to shit on this match. If this would have been a 20 or 10 or 15-minute match of Roman and Elias. Hell, I saw the Lexman on Twitter saying, "Dear Hartford, you guys should go out there and fucking chant AEW, because I'm a fucking dork and jabroni." That, I swear to God, was the tweet of the year by the Lexman. Dude's a fucking entertainer, I'm telling you right now. That guy, the definition of a tool. I'm just going to say it right now. That guy is a definition of a fucking tool. You spell tool, the Lexman. I'm just saying, alright? Shit had me in tears. But I saw this tweet about telling the fans in Hartford, Connecticut to cheer AEW. Had me fucking dying. I don't think he realized that Connecticut, again, is the most casual part of the tri-state area. But hey, that's around the point. It is around the point. We have the Universal title match. We have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. And I said this before and I'll say it again. You know, what's up, Holy Moly Donut Shop? What's up, Little Fettuccine? 6ix9ine, been a while. But with Rollins and Styles, I said this a while ago, I'll say it again. I feel like this match should have not happened tonight. It should have happened at SummerSlam. To put this on a filler pay-per-view, just felt kind of weak to me. Don't get me wrong. The match at the end, it picked up, and the crowd were on their feet. The beginning part of this match, I just felt was the bleeding shits. I was not giving a fuck. And then they picked it up. They were fucking going at it, and I was entertained. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Styles countered the curb stomp into the Styles Clash for a fucking near fall, and everyone lost their fucking minds. Again, just back and forth. Rollins did a reversed superplex of the Falcon. The way he did a reverse suplex into a reverse Bloody Sunday for a near fall as well. Just both of them guys just hitting their move, top back and forth. Eventually, Rollins countered the phenomenal forearm with a ripcord knee, then hit a basement super kick in the curb stomp to win the match. So essentially, Rollins got the win, and not for nothing, he needed the win. If you want to make his championship run, his title reign thus far, a big deal, right out of the gate, get him a big win versus AJ Styles. Why the fuck not? And then you have Styles shake Rollins' hand. They shook hands, and that was it. But again, the match had a very slow start. I was not giving a fuck, and then they got my attention. They made me give a fuck at the end, and that's what I think is sometimes the beauty of wrestling sometimes. There's a match that you're probably not giving a fuck about, but then as the match progresses, the art is them making you give a fuck 9 times out of 10. Not just a match, oh my god, they're going to steal the fucking show, they're going to be fucking amazing. I think the challenge should be making you give a fuck. If you guys get what I'm saying, awesome. But there's that. Then I don't know why the Lucha House Party came out. They said a 6-person tag. I'm like, wait a minute. This match was not even advertised on the show. But then you realize, out comes Lars, I just got fined $100,000 Sullivan. And it's funny because apparently Lars Sullivan was talking shit about Hispanics in that post that he posted all those years ago, right? And it's funny, right? All that shit happened, and now here he is attacking Hispanics. I don't know if that was a good move or not, but to me, again, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, and there was that. We then get the WWE Championship match. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens. I was cheering for honest to God, I was cheering for Kevin Owens. And I'm sorry, this match really sucked. Really wasn't my cup of tea. This felt more like a television match than a pay-per-view match. Then again, Money in the Bank is a filler pay-per-view. Let's just make that clear. And I think, honestly, it's time to get the belt off Kofi Kingston. Listen, Kofi Mania came and gone. The big moment happened. But I think Kevin Castle said this very well. It's like giving the belt to Tito Santana almost. Basically. Yeah, he's a good, he'll give you good matches, but he's not championship material. But again, Kofi Mania happened. It's done. Let's move on. Put the belt back on Daniel Bryan, or you know what? Put the belt on Kevin Owens. And what really kind of irked me, right, about this match, Kofi Kingston beats Kevin Owens with no shoes on. So essentially, Kevin Owens eats the trouble in paradise by Kofi Kingston, who wasn't wearing any shoes. What the fuck, yo? Seriously. And they get pinned 1, 2, 3, like nothing fucking happens, and then they move on. It just, I don't fucking get it. It made zero sense to me at all. It made so zero sense to me. What's up, motherfucker? What's up, Middle School 101? How you doing? Powering top 5 superstars after tonight's paper. I'll get into that momentarily as well. But there was that. Again, it's time to get the belt off Kofi Kingston. It's over with. The time is come and gone. Time to move on. Okay? Then we get the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, the main event. This closed the show. You had, was supposed to be Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn got taken out. So you had 7 guys in this match. You had Andrade, Ricochet, Randy Orton, Finn Balor, Baron Corbin, Ali, and Drew McIntyre. And everyone in this match was beating the fuck out of each other in this shit. This is probably the second best thing on the show. Probably the most train wreck Money in the Bank ladder match that I've seen. Right? Just, even Cole on commentary, oh my god, what are these guys doing to each other and shit like that? But can we just talk about the spot of the night? The spot of the night belongs to Andrade. The sunset flip onto freaking Finn Balor onto the ladder. The way Balor's back just bounced off the ladder itself was fucking amazing. Probably the best spot on the entire match. And then the guy who hit the spot takes a Spanish fly from the top of the ladder by Ali. God damn it, yo. Andrade in itself, even though he didn't win, I think he proved, like, yo, he's going to be a big deal. But everyone got their spots in, like I said. Orton hit the Super RKO from the ladder on the McIntyre. Ali got his moments there as well. And you know it's funny, because it looked like Mustafa Ali was going to win. Or Ali, I'm sorry. Was going to win. He was on the ladder. He had the briefcase in his hand. He's about to take the shit out, right? And then you hear Brock Lesnar's music. Brock Lesnar. And it's funny because, bro, he comes out there in his ring gear. Runs to the ring. Literally takes out Ali. And a camera guy. And climbs the ladder and retrieves the briefcase. And apparently he was the 8th guy in the match that took Sami Zayn's spot. Now, it's understandable why Sami Zayn got taken out. He's not going to Saudi Arabia because his political views and his religious beliefs. And at the same time, too, hey, there's been talks of at Super Showdown, the rematch of Rollins and Brock. So there you go with that. Listen, I get it. It's now what people wanted to see. Oh my God. And I'm seeing now, fuck this company, shit like that. But look at the positive side of this. The cash-in is happening sooner than later. And who's to say that Rollins, beats Brock again? Or who's to say that Brock has a failed cash-in attempt? We don't even know yet. But there's that. Brock Lesnar is the Money in the Bank, holder now. He's now the beast in the bank, I could assume. Could be wrong on that. But at the same time, I get it, it's not what everybody wants to see. And I'm seeing, again, oh, fuck this company, this and that. Can't wait for AEW. Well, listen, AEW's happening Saturday with Double or Nothing. Let's see what they do. Now, it's funny because myself, Chase, Mike, Walter, we're going to do a Wrestle Companion on Saturday. Basically what that is, it's what Joe Rogan does with Fight Companion. right? He'll bring in some of his friends to watch MMA fights that are happening live as he's reacting to them. So we're gonna do the same thing, similar to that. But being that I have to work on Saturday and I'm not getting out till 9 p.m., it looks like that's not happening now. I will indeed do a predictions video for Double or Nothing. It's gonna be it's gonna happen this week, so it'll be up by Thursday at the latest. And my review will be either on Sunday, but most of the time by Sunday time I'll have a review up for Double or Nothing. All right, so there's that. Money in the Bank is done with. We now know who cashed in, who are the champion now, and Bailey. And again, it's the direction now with Rollins and Brock. Again, Saudi Arabia coming up in 2 weeks. So you best believe a Super Showdown, Brock will cash in. The cash will happen sooner than later. And they've already made matches for Super Showdown. Like, you have potentially now Brock and Ron for the Universal title. I heard they'll do a rematch of Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston for the WWE title. I've heard rumors of them doing now it's official, they announced it on TV tonight on the pay-per-view. The Demon King versus Andrade for the Intercontinental Championship. You have Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman. You also have Triple H versus Randy Orton, because again, Triple H has to wrestle on these shows, goddammit. You're also getting The Undertaker versus Goldberg. While a lot of people are shitting on that match, I'm actually looking forward to it. But that's my opinion, guys. The refs were on Bath Salt tonight by Big Mike. I'm thinking Brock is cashing in at SD Live, Fox debut, not Saudi. Maybe so. Maybe so, holy moly. Hell yeah, Cole wasn't aged tonight. Exactly. If you guys have questions for me, feel free to ask your questions here, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. Top 5 for tonight. I will say the top 5. Again, it's in no order by no means at all, but fuck it. Andrade. I'm sorry. Rollins. Bailey. I guess you can also throw in there. Who else? Mustafa Ali. I'll put him in there too, in the top 5 for tonight. And I guess as well, I would say, even though again it's kind of whatever now, but Rey Mysterio in the top 5. Bro, I'd love to see AJ versus Rollins in an I Quit match by Holy Moly. I guess so. What's the plan for Undisputed Era for the rest of the year? Well, it looks like they're still together. I think they're gonna be in NXT for another year. I think that's the good move for them right now. To put them now on the main roster would kind of be like no, especially what they're doing with the main roster guys right now. Like, nah, there's no need to rush these guys to the main roster right now. If you ask me, there's no need to rush these people to the fucking main roster, in my honest opinion. Predictions for Raw and SmackDown coming this week. Well, it'll be the aftermath of Money in the Bank. Also, you're probably going to be looking at them building up or hyping up the Saudi Arabia show. Because God knows, again, the Saudi Prince has his fucking way. The Saudi Prince has his way with these shows, right? Because God damn it, you got to please that Prince. I guarantee you there's going to be a fucking big set at the Saudi show, whatever. Little Fettuccine, you don't need to keep them in NXT. They'll get buried by the main roster by Vince and NXT call-ups. Favorite Bad Bunny song? It's a shitload of them right now. You know the thing with Bad Bunny, like, most of his good stuff are in cameos. Like, his album is great, don't get me the fuck wrong. But one song I bump to a lot when I'm doing stuff in the house, when I'm working out, shit like that, is Quien Tu Eres. Thoughts on AEW? Well, I said this before. We have a video up on the channel. We talked about it. We gave our thoughts on the TNT deal. We gave our thoughts to what's going to be probably happen a year from now and stuff like that. It's up in the archives. Well, I will say this though. Again, I still question a couple things. I'm still critical on a couple things of AEW. I want them to have success. I think it's good for the wrestling business. I'm happy that they're on Turner Network, TNT. But that being said, though, again, and I said this to a lot of people, a year from now or 2 years from now, right? If they continue getting that momentum and they continue to get consistent, because again, a year from now or two, if they get consistent ratings that they need, right? You're probably looking at the death blow to Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling at a time where both Impact and Ring of Honor are basically clawing or clamoring for that number 2 spot for years. Not going to be happening now. Probably won't be happening now. Rank all 22 MCU movies. I don't think I even watched any of them. WWE bringing back the hardcore title? Maybe so. I think them bringing it back. Why the hell not? You know what I mean? Why the fuck now? Bring back the hardcore title. I'm all in on that if you want to. But at the same time, like I said too, though, I take that back though. It's another belt they're bringing back. They don't need another belt right now. What they need to do is get their shit together. That's what the fuck they gotta do right now. In my opinion. God damn, my shit's lagging like a motherfucker right now. Quality of the webcam, y'all. The quality of the webcam right now, people. I'm telling you. God damn, yo. God damn it. Anyway. Let's move on here, shall we? Let's move on. Pepsi, yeah, Pepsi. Top 3 breakfast cereals. Apple Jacks. Holy Moly Donut Shop. Is Lars on some trajectory as Ryback? I guess so right now. That's Ryback. When he got in there, he was beating up the small guys. I can see that. Lars right now is beating up not just the little guy, the old farts that no one really gives a fuck about. So I can see that. I mean, it'll be something now if Lars gets a shot at the title under a year. We'll see, but I don't see it happening right now, to be honest with you. I'll say this, though. He'll be a good challenger to Roman Reigns down the road. I do see that happening as well. I did watch the 24 special with Becky Lynch. That was alright. I think the new title is the TV title. It could possibly be it could possibly be a TV title, but I don't think that's really the WWE style, though, because you think about WWE over the years, they never really had a television title. So I'll be shocked if they have it now. I really would be shocked, but I could be wrong on it. We'll see. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what fucking happens. Anywho, guys, this is gonna wrap up the review. I thank you guys for tuning in. Do you think AW will have a network? The $4.99 payment is a bit much right now, but for that price line, we should be expecting a great show, I would imagine. I think so too. I think Double or Nothing. I don't agree with the price. I think the price is a little ridiculous for matches that we've already seen. The card itself is kind of meh because, again, you think about it. I've already seen Jericho and Omega in Tokyo Dome 2 years ago. I've already seen the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros numerous times in PWG. I know they had a match at AAA a couple of weeks ago, which broke records on Aztec TV. Good for them on that. The only one of the matches a match that I was looking forward to is Pac versus Hangman Page. It's not happening no more. Dustin and Cody, they can have a good match, all the fuck you want, but it really won't, spark my interest, if you will. The Battle Royal I look forward to seeing on the kickoff show when I'm able to see it. But we'll see what happens. What is up? How you doing? Ash? How you doing? Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up the review now. It's getting late. I got shit to do in the morning. But thank you all for tuning in. If you're new here, again, guys, follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. It's all my social media there. It's at HeelSteven. Literally everything: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all that fun stuff. It's all at HeelSteven. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. If you have not checked out yet, I did record an episode of Around the Point early in the day where I gave my thoughts on Pac versus Hangman Page being canceled, my thoughts on Lars Sullivan being fined $100,000, my thoughts on Jordan Grace not signing with Impact Wrestling this whole time, and apparently Impact's desperation attempt to sign Jordan Grace, lock her into a deal, and my thoughts on Scarlett Bordeaux apparently wanting her release from Impact Wrestling. When you think about it, right? People say, oh, WWE's feeling the AEW effect. I say also Impact Wrestling is going to be feeling that shit too. So again, guys, if you have not watched that, it's up in the archives of this channel, Around the Point. Also, episode 294 of the TML podcast was done Friday. Myself, Walter, Big Mike, we talked about a lot of topics, including AEW going to TNT, the holy grail of Bret Hart versus Tom McGee. My response to that dork, the soy boy dork, that soy boy news reporter from Cincinnati, and other stuff as well. So if you not check that out, go on, check it out. I'm not sure if I'm doing a Raw review tomorrow live. We have a new subscriber. Too Cool, subscribe. Thank you, Too Cool, for subscribing. You are awesome. Thank you for subscribing, Too Cool. One of my favorite tag teams when I was a kid growing up. But anywho, guys, this is going to wrap up the review. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. But I'm not sure yet if I'm doing a Raw review tomorrow, depending how I'm feeling and shit like that. Just so you guys know as well, we are going to be doing a retro review this week of Impact Wrestling TNA's Victory Road 2009. So again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell icon, be notified when we go live, when we upload a video, and all that fun stuff. All right? It's going to be it for me, guys. I'll see you guys next time. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Steve, and I'm out like Janice titties, y'all. Peace out, motherflowers. Peace out, you dorks. God damn, yo. Brock Lesnar. Beast in the bank.